Hunters, tall ships, and sea monsters. The Sea Beast harkens back to the epic adventure films from our childhood. Set in a fantasy 16th century world, the story centers around the hunter Jacob Holland, the orphan
Maisie Brumble,
and their unexpected friendship with the largest and most feared of all sea creatures, the red bluster. The film represented a huge artistic and technical challenge for our teams at Sony Pictures Imageworks. The effects department generated a library of ocean types based on the Beaufort scale, which categorizes the relationship of wind velocity to wave height. Scale and speed were the keys to making the interactions between ships, creatures, and the ocean in our fluid simulations believable, often through trial and error. A new ocean stitching pipeline allowed us to have multiple artists working on different elements for a single shot at the same time. We then stitch these elements into our infinite ocean plane to hand off to lighting. For wave action, we developed a new tool to attach the ship to our high-res ocean simulation, and for layout, our team created a new camera rig to provide a handheld feeling with the sway of the vessel. For the 5,000 plus ropes on board, we designed systems to simulate rope bundles, as well as new rigging tools which provided intuitive controls for animators. With the vast number of ropes in the film, we developed a new animation rope rig which allowed animators to communicate the intended constrained versus dynamic sections of a rope to the simulation team. Additionally, a rope could have an arbitrary length, and resolution density could be targeted as needed.
We designed a new type of pivoting system called sea legs, engineered specifically for balancing on moving surfaces. Every part of the character could go in or out of this pivot system, and the pivot itself could shift depending on the pose. Additionally, its effect could be dialed up and down to taste. This new tool quickly became integral to achieve the grounded, immersive look we were going for.
For hair, our team at Imageworks used our new in-house grooming tool called Fiber. This node-based environment allowed for easier manipulation of effects and the added benefit of real-time visualization in either OpenGL or Arnold.
Crow's face holds many deep, asymmetrical, crisscrossing wrinkles. The expressiveness of Crow's wrinkles was an important key to his character design. We wanted the animation team to be able to drive the placement and articulation of these lines free from the topology of the rig. To make this possible, we retooled the ink lines we made for Spider-Verse into what we called crease lines. We found a way to get these rigged lines to actually carve depth into the surface in a more sculptural way. Animators were able to add and place a rigged curve anywhere on the surface to create a wrinkle with form. These were projected from the camera to the surface of the geometry and carved in depth along their normals. The lighting and compositing team were able then to further fine-tune these lines to achieve the right look for each shot.
Our story has several challenging shot transitions as the camera starts above the waterline and descends into the ocean, including during the storm as we angle onto the graveyard. We took a visceral approach to these moments, stepping down the camera shake to reveal the tranquil dynamic of being underwater. On the lighting side, we were inspired by the wide-open oceans in the work of N.C. Wyeth and the low-contrast cinematic paintings of the German Romanticist Caspar David Friedrich. We were inspired by classical cinematography styles, making use of slow push-ins for emotional character moments, and utilizing wide lenses which gave our vast environments a more dramatic feel. For our action sequences, we employed extreme changes in shot-to-shot lensing, which created a graphic feel. I want to take this opportunity to thank our amazing crew at Imageworks and the filmmakers for taking us along on this fantastic, epic adventure. The culmination of all of these artistic and technological solutions results in a fantasy adventure for the whole family.